Well?
They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
They're gathering to watch people be killed.
It's the Venatori. Spilling blood is their religion.
And we won't let that happen.
We're going to get that close to a crowd of Venatori.
It's quickest. I found you some disguises.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky. Why is it sticky?
Blood. Hopefully. Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best. And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
Sad but true.
And we'll be your entourage.
I'll go with the veil jumpers.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
And the others?
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small groups.
I thought I saw someone. In the trees. Strife and the veil jumpers.
Good. This rope stinks of Venatori.
We'll wear them as long as we don't have to fight.
They're going to bleed the Dalish deer.
Hala. They're going after Hala.
We can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Then heed us.
Rook, we don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
They will pay, one way or another.
We live in exciting times, my friend. They've returned, and the enemies of Tevinter will fall.
For the glory of Tevinter we fall!
I bet Rook and I would be great friends.
isn't Aurelin Vera. Does your father know you're here?
Please.
What do you think?
The enemies of Tevinter are not allowed here.
My servant is Canary. Does that offend you?
No, my lady. I was just instructed to...
Tell someone who gives a damn. Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods? But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane, like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
A human mage. Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions.
But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Shame. We have unfinished business with her.
Next time I see her, she's dead.
Let's focus on the job at hand. Saving the Dalish.
Does anyone else hear that?
I feel you. I see you. I know how you suffer. Come to me, and I will ease your soul.
No, we don't need another voice in here.
The world will not remember your sacrifice, Warden. But I see your worth.
Speaking promises. Tempting me.
All I want from you is a blade in your heart.
For hundreds of years you have mourned the loss of your dragon gods. From beyond the veil, I heard your lament, and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise. I am Elgarnon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
Your blood burns with the blight. You could master it, as I have. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love me, and kneel.
I know this magic. It's old and dangerous. Mythalinas. It's too strong, I can't break it.
We've got this.
I'm trying to conceal us, but he'll know someone broke his hold.
Balara bought us some time, but we have to go. Now.
Venatori, there are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
He's sending the cult after us.
Elgarnon is within my reach. Give me the dagger.
No. We can't touch him now that his archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
Witness and destroy!
We're on fire.
They know we're here.
I am blessed.
We need to close it.
For the Imperium!
Worthless.
Impressive then. Nicely done, Rook. Tell them where they stand. Say the word.
I'm good to go.
Everyone's still alive.
Look there. The archdemon.
Yeah. So maybe we avoid its attention?
Feel the strength.
My job's done. Your turn.
On the job.
The interlopers and my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
He's riling them up. They won't back down now.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
Lord Elgadon demands blood!
On the job.
Ready when you are.
And now Darkspawn.
Of course. Why wouldn't the Venatori bring their new friends on a walk? Got us at a distance.
More for the gods! Stay covered!
Behind you.
It doesn't seem to be yet.
Gillenane lost her dragon. Might make Eldanar more cautious. Dalish arrows. Strife and the other Veil Jumpers were here.
That'll take some of the pressure off. We have to use this chance to get to the prisoners. Over there. That cage. I think that's where the Dalish are being held.
Let's get this done.
You, intruder, have defiled my temple and spurned the gifts I offer. You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
This way. We have to be quick, before the Venatori catch up.
They're not letting through. Send for reinforcements. There we go.
Shut tight. And the locking mechanism is on the other side.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
What do you need us to do?
We're stuck. Gate's shut, and we can't open it from here.
We'll handle it. And watch out for Venatori headed your way. Stay alive!
Ready when you are.
Them. To me, Venatori. I have our quarry.
How's it looking?
Needlessly intricate. Give them just a moment.
Tell me we're close to getting this thing open.
Still working on it.
There's an entire Venatori army coming for us.
You can handle them.
There's nowhere to run.
There's a nice shot.
Still no luck? Really, are you sure you can open this?
Hang on!
What's that thing?
Let's go again. How's that? Got you covered. Ready.
Rat rain. On it. We need to close it. Got it.
Things ready. My job's done. Your turn.
They're at range. Get clear.
Brooke takes credit there. Still standing. Not bad.
Come on.
Well, that's good.
We'll clear the exits while you find the Dalish. Best of luck!
fight is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
Wait. This feels off.
What just happened? Where are we?
I'm not sure. Wait. This... Come on, come on.
Well, that's good.
How's it looking?
Needlessly intricate. Give us just a moment.
Your fight is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
Wait. This feels off.
What just happened? Where are we?
I'm not sure. Come on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
Ah, so that is what you're after. The Elven have been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
Again?
It's Elganon. He's found us.
And she's got us trapped. The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
Shit. There's Blight here. It wasn't Blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile. My power grows even now.
Come on.
You are nothing but an insect. Resist it. If you like, I have an eternity to spare.
Shit. The Dalish need help, and we're losing precious time going around in circles.
Do we know the Dalish are still alright? What if Elganon sends Venatori to...
One thing at a time. Let's focus on getting out.
Rook, can you hear me?
Solus?
Something's wrong.
I thought I just heard Solus.
You are correct. Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
Solus, we need your help.
Then I am pleased that for once, I can offer some assistance. If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathalin! Ma banal avanuris! Masalin Algalana!
Need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solus is going to distract Elganon.
Friend Harel, you have no power here.
Whoever that is sure got his attention.
As long as it keeps him off us.
So, the dread wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again, you have caged our people, and again I will set them free.
But you are always stubborn, Fen Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mythal's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
Mavalas Ban, Shevgar Fen Harel.
Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
I can hear them in my head.
We've got company.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
I can see the way through. I think Solus's distraction is working. I think this is it. I think we're through.
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
Destroy them all!
And there. Dalish.
Break the crystal ball.
Stop! You must not release the
The cruelty is nothing new. What has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Arlathan the Mighty? The light left you blunt and slow. A monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were an irritation. A fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elwyn is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom is beyond yours.
Were you talking to me? Sorry, they're very loud.
That will be punished!
Nicely done, Rook.
Still standing.
Get them! Kill them! We cannot fail Lord Elgarnon.
Once the Blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andrul did in yours, and you will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it.
You could heal it. You have the strength to repair the damage without using the Blight.
Save your gaze for the mortal Dread Wolf. The Blight is my blade, and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down. Your wine comes from envy, Ben-Haran, but it does not have to be so. There is a place for you at my side in a new, glorious empire.
But it will not have Illuvians with it. Junei built them. Now he is dead. Our great cities came from Silence. Our deepest mysteries from Dirthaman.
I I will restore it all. Their achievements will not be lost.
You were a bully who ruled over what others had built, and now the others are gone. Who do you have left?
Time to get out of here.
I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape. The wards still in place there will shield you all from Elganon's sight.
Solus, thank you.
Let's go! Let's go! Run! Run!
It's tough being a Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elganon was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything. It really is tough being a Venatori.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranas, Lethalin.
It was a team effort.
It often is. Some fights can't be won alone. Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained his strength. Elganon sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment for their failures. The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. If the Venatori move again, the Shadow Dragons will hear about it first. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
I should probably talk to Solus.
So, does the fire feel like a part of you? Or I don't know, like something else inside you?
No, it has to be me.
Has to? What if it's not?
How?
Sometimes the stone magic feels like something else in me. It's me, but it's not me. You know?
You have to feel the magic as part of you. You can't control it till you admit it's yours.
If you're gonna start fires or earthquakes, take it outside.
Yes, Mother.
That what it's like for you with warden crap?
It's not quite the same with the Grey Wardens. We have to connect with the Blight to gain power over it.
And make it part of you.
Well, yeah.
Right, same thing.
You make it sound so easy.
You know how many times I set my bed on fire? My mother had to get special sheets. You'll get there.
Rook's lucky to have you.
Yep.
There's some very interesting valences in the ether today.
There's something I need to do back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Aelia. It brings a lot up. If you're around, maybe. I'd take the company.
Sure thing, Nev.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing. It won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A theme. At least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it. We were getting through to Syrian. He almost listened.
And then Anaris put all his happy little thoughts in your brother's head.
Not just his joy, his fear too. But it was him, The him I remember, just for a moment. Then it wasn't. Then he was someone I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
Like it or not, you might have to.
My head understands that, but my heart believes that we'll get through to him somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
We'll save your brother, Balara.
I hope you're right. I really do. But if we don't... Anyway, I should get back. To work, I mean. I don't think we have much time.
The Evanurers do not need. They only demand. Deny them. I will answer.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take us on to the woods in Arlathan soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
Oh, great. Is it your turn to cook? What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, 2 of them. One without seafood for Emmerich. And a gooseberry pie for dessert. Nev's favorite.
You made dessert just for Nev?
There's enough for everyone.
Yes, but you still made it just for her.
You think it's a bad idea?
You're sweet on Nev.
Don't say it like that. You think it's too much?
Don't they say the way to someone's heart is through their stomach? It's perfect.
The best way to the heart is between the 4th and 5th ribs. Don't listen to Biago.
That was definitely not what we were just talking about, Akanis.
I'm not good at this. Hilario's always been the charming one. I just had to be good with a knife.
You can be both.
I've never really faced any problem too big to solve. Now there's Spine, the gods, Treviso. It's hard to ever feel you're doing enough. But here, now, I have people I can care for. Something as small as providing a treat feels big enough to matter.
Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
Last time I got his attention, he got angry enough to come after us with the Blighted Dragons. Hopefully this baits him into a mistake we can use against him.
Every act of resistance is a thorn in his side. He will break soon. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikael, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
We've done some great work underwater. You know why no one else can save the world except us? Why the Inquisitor told me it had to be us? Because we don't give up. Knock us down, and we come back swinging.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
Did the Veil Jumpers find any traces of where Elganon and his archdemon went?
No. Venatori started swarming the area right after we left, and they had to leave.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Did Viago tell you how much time we have?
Days to weeks. Nothing more precise.
Well, that's our best lead so far. Track those supplies and we should find the gods. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up. And be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last. Mana, hello. I assume Vorgoth's not far.
We have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The Professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern. That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
A lantern that sucks the life out of people.
Their very souls. But we know where Johanna will be.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. If I make my own bid for lichdom. Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
So let's put your old roommate down.
Colleague. Never roommates, thank goodness. Oh, Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
Little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Hey, I got word from my mother. She wants to talk.
Have you talked with her since?
Nope, not since I told her I was non-binary. But her note said she wanted to talk about that tablet we found, the old Kunari one. Of course that's what she wants to talk about. We can go whenever you're good.
I'll let you know.
Abundance. Need and knowledge.
That's not good. Not even a little bit. Rook, we have to go. We might already be too late.
Slow down. What's happening?
The artifact. Remember how I told you that I'd know if they started another ritual? They did. And it's big. Really, really big. Arlathan big, maybe.
You sure?
Completely. Nothing else explains that resonance.
Like I said before, Balara, we stop Syrian however we have to.
The resonance just happened. We might still be able to stop them.
Might isn't good enough.
If we catch them early enough, before they've had a chance to align the crystals.
And if they've had the chance?
These rituals need an anchor, with a physical body, so not a spirit or whatever Anaris is. which means Syrian. And there's only one way to free an anchor.
Then let's not waste any time. Hey, what's shaping?
No one says, what's shaping anymore?
I thought it was a dwarf thing.
Yeah, if you lived in Orzammar 20 years ago.
Wow, just trying to be nice, and what do I get? Sass.
Aw, well, I appreciate it. And I'm doing okay. I think I just need some time to think and sort things out.
Or you just get used to not having all the answers.
At least we don't have to get used to it alone. Huh? I still remember every moment of it. Suffocating under the weight of the Titan's pain. I couldn't see a way past it. And all I wanted was for the rest of the world to suffer too. And then everyone was there. And that's when I knew we'd be okay. That I'd be okay.
I know you would have done the same for me.
You showed me that my anger doesn't have to destroy me. That it could be a gift in my fight. And yes, if you ever need me like I needed you, I will be there. That is my promise to you. You know, I think about Solus sometimes. He's been trapped by his mistakes for eons. When you're blinded by sorrow and pain, you need someone to help you past it.
But he's too proud for that. He believes he's alone, even when he doesn't have to be.
You can't trust Solus. He manipulates people.
But isn't that itself sad? We go to him with open hands and all he can think about is how to use us. How lonely must that be?
He's planning to kill thousands. He's beyond help, Harding.
The Inquisitor and Solus were friends. I know he wants his friend back. He's reached out. All Solus has to do is take the offered hand, the simplest thing, and yet no one's beyond help, Rook. No one. I have to believe it. Or none of this matters.
Hey, Rook. I'm just...
Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago. Katerina is alive.
What? How?
Zara's carcass told the truth. Ilario didn't arrange Katerina's death because he spirited her away. Katerina has been a prisoner in her own villa, with Ilario as her keeper.
She's been kept there all this time. That's another reason to take him out.
Ilario is making his move. He's hosting the Talons of the Crows at Via della Morte. All of them.
All it's missing is some heavily armed, uninvited guests. Shall we?
As soon as we've prepared. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elganon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
It'll be slow going through Treviso.
Not for us. We're going by water, and Spite is keen to get this done.
Then let's make this a night to remember.
Let's try something new.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
It's still spreading, and it's still killing people. Seems our job is the same.
At least the part that matters.
So what's the Blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the Blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean... Everything that calls the Blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the Blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
So we kill this eruption.
Hope. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked, then the Blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes, Its roots are everywhere, and spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
I'll make sure the whole thing burns.
Good.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the waters, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
Why don't you go down to the village later? See what you can find.
Help the mighty dragon.
Mila, did you ask Rod? Got something in mind? All right, see you next time.
There's a fight ahead.
Spectacular rope!
There's something in here. It's not good.
Lead on. We'll rout it out together.
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier.
We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through. Better move before more darkspawn show up.
It's over.
Up on the ledge. We can destroy the tendrils from there.
A ballista.
Never turn down one of those.
We're through.
Let's see what's at the heart of this.
What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
My word!
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. I can hear that eruption. Spreading blight. We need to stop this.
That one! Quickly!
It's like an echo in my head. Keep fighting! We're stopping this thing! The blight! Keep going!
We won't give in! Our wardens get it done. Win for us.
This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike and the whole thing goes up. All right. Time to destroy this thing.
Volunteer to sweep the case.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I've never seen blight like that. And it felt different, like something under my skin.
Then you sense it too. So much has changed.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Look at you, out here with the flowers and a moment alone that I walked into the middle of.
You're fine.
Yes, please. Enjoy the flowers.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
you two doing okay? Seriously.
I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
Do you really think something inside us has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? The Blight feels different. We know that already. The sound of it is changing. We know that too.
What that means? We don't know yet.
I'm a warden. I'm... whatever I'm doing at the lighthouse. Who knows what's next?
Sounds exciting, if you ask me.
And you have us, no matter who or where you are.
The Blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
The Blight. We really can do something about it.
Of course we can.
Helps to see it's true, though.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
But some places barely come back at all.
Yeah. Pushing back the Blight. It's possible.
Have you heard the rumour about our new Venatori spot?
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. And besides, I have news. And every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Parvus, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You're our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the Shadow Dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlathan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lennos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Just tell me how I stop them. What are they planning?
That's the problem. I don't know. But we'll find out. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Menrathus.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now. How well do you know Maevaris?
By reputation, she's been a prominent politician for a long time, and a hero to boot. We don't work together much, but from what I've seen, she's earned the good name.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos' associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos' plan.
Mostly gone. Warm. The bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain. Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Menrathus targets. That doesn't sound good.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Adar was our chosen family name, long ago. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elgernon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen-Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I will never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this too.
But?
He became those names when he fought gods, and regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
You're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We are not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now. I just miss the banter about friends.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carvers. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
They're close.
Let's finish this! That's one for us. This cannot be possible.
Under fire! Watch it!
I don't know. Your turn.
I'd hate to be on their side.
Let's do this again.
Got it!
Hero, nice shot.
Well, that's done.
Company.
Shut up, you do the rest. one.
We have company.
Something's ready.
Something tore through these gates. Watch out! I bet this darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
Let's go again. Now it's your turn. Got you covered. Showing off.
They're down.
More blights in the way. That did it.
There's a lot of them.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I've mentioned that.
We need to find the other boil. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you fight this day? Venatori, to me! Do you think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen gods?
I don't know, but I think you are.
Shadow dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city.
At least we're not trying to blight it. Stay in cover. Get clear.
Our will has won!
Not too bad.
That's one less corrupt Templar in Atlantis.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find.
Deviso, we have a tale of a masked man who lived in the bowels of the city.
Sitting in the sewer and consumed with lust for a noble woman he couldn't have.
You know the story.
We have the same one in Mimrathas.
Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to Tevinter. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
Ritual magic, empowered by an eclipse.
All this, the ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We need to tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You? On the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
goodness. You make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so could we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No. We have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're shadow dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the South. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Nevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
You want me to choose who will be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
Lenos got what he deserved.
Makes you smile, doesn't it? Drinks for everyone.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down. And delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen, depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leads will have the Shadow Dragon's support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
So, what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
This is your city. Don't you think you should have a say?
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But damn it, There's no right answer. They both play the game well, and Tevinter's ready for change. But the best way to get it, who can make it happen, I wish I knew.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Mevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course, it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to overcome the risen gods.
You'll find a way to bring them together.
The people know they don't want blight-ridden fiends in their city. They don't need me to tell them. I can, however, show them how to fight. Gods, cults, evil magisters, nothing will stand in our way of forging a new Tevinter.
You look distracted. Something on your mind?
You ever get a bad feeling you can't shake, but you don't know if it's for you or someone else?
With my job, it's usually both. You look
As you found their names, I felt them whisper through the Fae. My own name changed. I am now Eulogy. I will remember them. A light glowing in memory.
That means a lot.
Please, go on. You look distracted. Something on your mind?
You ever get a bad feeling you can't shake, but you don't know if it's for you or someone else?
With my job, it's usually both.
Yeah. The Minrathous Wall of Light.
These lights, they're to remember the dead?
Unless the family lacks mages to keep them lit. Or the money for one. Then you're left in the dark. To Vintir's subtlety. This was Brahms.
Rana's old partner.
His light was out when I got here. I should have been back sooner.
Don't do that to yourself.
Rook.
Just trust me on this one.
I'm stopping Aelia.
Looks like we had the same idea.
Rana.
He read serials between assignments. Romance. The last one ended on a cliffhanger. He was sure he knew the ending. I never checked if he was right.
It'd have liked our friend, Balara. She loves those things. Although she expects happy endings.
So did he. At least on the page.
Better chance there than here.
You're not the only one chasing Aelia. I've tracked some of her followers. They aren't quick to talk. Most said I'd be saved soon. But I did get the name of a place. Sanctum Lucican.
Ominous formal name, tied to Elganon. Off to a good start.
You forgot the catch.
It's an old temple. A lost one. If there's a record of its location, I can't find it.
It's more than we had. I can track this down.
And you'll tell me? Look, I know who else you work with, what they might suggest, but what are you going to do?
What I have to.
Docktown needs to see...
What? Magisters who look the other way? Bribed Templars? Venatori who walk?
They see you.
Is that all? Docktown needs protection, not an example.
Brom's light. Thanks.
Sure.
So the Shadow Dragons are poised to take power in Tevinter.
Dorian is. He'll strike quick, too.
Your mother learned something new about the tablet?
Haven't talked to her since the big fight at dinner. Hey, we're here. Mother? Tama? Get Isabella.
Might not be hers.
You think I don't know what my mother's blood smells like? Get Isabella. Tell her to find Cutter. Tama.
No sign of your mother. Cutter's gone too.
He was here. I caught his scent. He took her.
Then we know who we're hunting.
And killing. Why did he go after my mother?
There were letters from the Dragon King in his room about your mother and about the tablet.
Since when does the Dragon King want the tablet? He's been after Tash.
The tablet's about Tash, about fire breathers. It's why Shathan's desperate to decode it. In exchange for the tablet and Shathan, the Dragon King will turn Cutter into a fire breather, like you.
That's Vashadan!
Isabella, what do you know about the Dragon King?
I know a thing or two about the Arlathan, but I've never met one like him. He certainly loves dragons.
We know. His Arlathan were the ones who've been blighting them for the gods.
I mean, he wants to be one. He drinks their blood and everything. Makes sense that he's interested in our Tash.
Isabella, you knew the tablet was about fire breathers.
Shathan told me.
And you didn't tell us because...
Wasn't mine to tell. Shathan wanted to tell Tash herself.
Is it actually possible to make Kunari into fire breathers?
No, that's not how it works.
I thought we didn't know how it works.
Doesn't matter if it's true. Cutter believed it enough to take Shathan.
Sounds like it's time to pay a visit to the Dragon King.
We found a map in Cutter's room. He's holed up in a dormant volcano to the north. It's full of old mining tunnels. Getting inside might be a challenge.
We'll handle it.
We'll all handle it. Cutter betrayed us. When you go in, the Lords will have your backs.
Thanks. Let's go.
We're here. How should we proceed, Tash?
We find someplace Cutter and my mother were. I can track them from there.
You sure you don't want to head straight for the mine? Isabella said the Dragon King was there.
We find my mother first. She might be somewhere else. I'll kill Cutter and the Dragon King once she's safe.
That boat over there. Could be Cutter's.
Maybe. Let's look. She was here. So was Cutter.
You can track them by their scent.
Scent, tracks, whatever it takes. Cutter's not getting away.
We've got Arlathan.
Were they sent?
Fear not, Adar. Your priest is enjoying the Dragon King's hospitality.
Not my priest. She's my
Now know the Dragon King has her.
Not for long. Hey, take a look over there. She was here.
Did they pass through here? They've locked the door behind them.
I'll make us a path. Good. Come on.
You okay, Tosh?
I'm fine. You come to die. Take a look over there. We're on their trail. We're getting closer.
We don't have time for this. Hang on, this thing's gonna burn.
Is that an unarmed Gatlock cannon? Why didn't they use it during the fight?
Must have hit him before they could get it ready.
There's a chilling prospect.
Shark's Mouth Mountain. Looks even worse with lava pouring out of it. That's where he is. The Dragon King.
For gold and glory!
Look at that. Barely a scratch.